All right, come on in. Oh, God. All right.
Ooh. Gay Rafferty and Ira Crow are thinking of buying this stunning 3-bedroom home, including guest cottage, outdoor dining area, and large gardens.
Glass entrance with lots and lots of morning sun in. Around the corner to the formal entry, the formal sala.
Oh,
gosh. All right.
So wonderful. Look at that fire.
For sale for $645,000. Not cheap, but a deal in today's real estate market. The same spread in a prime location in Florida could cost upwards of $1 million. But we're not in Florida. We're in Mexico.
You've been here a week?
Correct.
And did you come planning to buy?
No, we didn't. That was not in our mind at all.
What's happened here?
Fell in love with San Miguel like everybody else.
It's a familiar story here in the mountain city of San Miguel de Allende, northwest of Mexico City. Visitors are instantly seduced by the spectacular Spanish colonial city center, by city streets that overflow with cafes and restaurants. It helps that it's within driving distance of Texas, but what really helps are the staggering savings to be had. How about a gardener in the U.S., $10 to $15 an hour, here about $2 an hour. And a housekeeper who cooks and cleans, $80 a day in the U.S., $80 for a 5-day week in San Miguel. More than 10% of the 80,000 full-time residents here are Americans and Canadians. And as millions of baby boomers face retirement in an economy that has ravaged their savings, places like San Miguel have an extra appeal. We talked to a group of Americans who now call San Miguel home. Tim Johnson from New York has been living here for almost 4 years.
You'd be amazed at what you can get for 80 pesos.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, 80 pesos would be like, what, $6.50? $6? You get, your oranges for half of the week, and I mean, all kinds of fresh vegetables.
Tom King is also from New York.
Anything that involves service is much, much cheaper here. If you bang up your car and you get body work, it's maybe a third or a fourth of what it would cost in the United States or less.
Robin Arena is from Fort Worth, Texas.
Food, it's so inexpensive. You go to the market. I remember the very first time I went to buy cilantro. I was like, this is 20 cents? This is all it is? It's 20 cents? I kept thinking, I need to add another zero. It was unbelievable.
Muy bien, muy bien.
Writer Jeannie Ralston and photographer Rob Kendrick moved to San Miguel with their 2 boys. Life for them is exotic, yet very comfortable. And it's impossible to overlook the savings. In Florida, property tax on a $500,000 home is $10,000 a year. And add another $10,000 or more for hurricane insurance.
Once you buy a house here, property taxes on a nice house could be $200 to $400 a year. We don't have homeowners insurance because the houses are stone and stucco, and so they're not going to burn very, very easily.
I didn't get to see what your homework was yesterday in Spanish.
In the U.S., top private schools can be $28,000 a year. Here, the bilingual private school the boys go to costs $2,000 a year. And Jeannie and Rob are convinced the boys are getting a good education. The family came for a year. They've loved it so much that they've stayed for 3.
Ready for school?
But as the boys approach high school age, Jeannie and Rob are thinking of returning to the U.S., which is why they've put their house up for sale. But they're not sure they really want to leave.
I've said this to Rob, I think San Miguel has almost ruined us for other cities. We've been all across the U.S. now looking for the next place we're going to move. And, San Miguel has so much. It has everything in one place.
And despite the recession, maybe because of it, Americans are still coming to San Miguel. On the edge of town, condos are for sale for $250,000. Outside town, new Florida-style golf resorts, starter homes for $200,000. That is not a local coffee chain on the town square, and there are the oh-so-familiar big-box retailers just a short drive away. This once remote area in central Mexico is on the cusp of a population explosion. That is Jack Watson, President Jimmy Carter's former chief of staff, now a San Miguel resident.
As this town grows and becomes more American, is there a danger that it's going to lose its flavor?
Absolutely. I'm concerned about the influx of lots of people, because one of the really special things about this place is the nature of the place, so that if it is overwhelmed by people coming from the United States or from wherever else, you've got lots of problems.
You've heard of Mexicans clamoring to live in the U.S. Here, it's the opposite. Americans migrating south of the border.